Hey guys! So, as we all know, Halloween's coming up soon, and something that makes the costume even more awesome is the makeup. And I just wanted to do a really quick tutorial on how to do just a basic cut on your face using scar wax. It's pretty simple actually, so let's get started. Okay, so here's a small list of supplies you're going to need to pull this off. Scar wax, obviously you can't really do this without it. I use Ben Nye. It's a pretty standard theatrical brand. This is left over from my makeup kit when I took makeup in college. You should be able to find something similar to any Halloween store. It's pretty easy to come by. A stipple sponge, fake blood, some kind of plastic knife or palette knife or whatever, basically something to help you work the wax with. And finally, some kind of oily substance to keep the wax from sticking to your hands. I use spirit gum remover. This was a tip taught to me by my makeup professor. But if you have any kind of oil or Vaseline or whatever, you should be fine. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is cover your hands with whatever oil thing you decide to use. You don't want to use too much because you don't want to get it all over the wax and then it's not going to stick to your face. But you need enough so it doesn't stick to your hands, because if that shit sticks to your hands, you're going to have a bad time. Next, you're going to want to take your palette knife and just dip that into your oily substance, whatever, as well. Again, you don't want the wax sticking to it. Take your knife, get out some scar wax. Now take your scar wax and roll it into a nice little sausage. You know, you want your cut to be, about this big, something noticeable, so about this length should do the trick. Now what you're going to want to do is attach it to your face. People suggest using spirit gum to attach it. I don't know, I was never taught to use it, but you can if you want. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to fan out the edges so it kind of blends into your face. You're going to want to leave a little more in the middle so you have room to cut, fan it open, put blood in, but you don't want too much because then it's just going to look like this weird thing protruding from your face. So once you've done that, I suggest using any foundation that you have to try and, blend it with your skin tone a little bit better. It's not going to look perfect, but hey, as you can tell, lighting in here is not ideal. So I can't really see how well I'm doing this. So when you do your makeup, make sure you're in a well-lit area. Next thing you're going to want to do, take your oily substance and then just put a little more in your hands and just tap your stipple sponge in it. What you're going to want to do is add some pores to the wax because your face has pores in it and you want this to look as natural as you can. You're dipping this in the oil so it doesn't, stick and mess up your work. Next thing you're going to want to do is take your palette knife, cover it in a little more oil. This is the fun part. We get to make the cut. So just... Once you've made your cut, you're going to want to open it up a little bit. If it looks a little messy, don't worry about it. Alright, and here's the really fun part. You're going to want to take either a brush or a Q-tip or whatever you have lying around and dip it in the blood and put it in the wound. You don't want to put too much to start with. If you want to add more, that's great, but start simple and build up. You can always add more if you need to, but you can never take away. So if you want to leave it at this, you're good to go. If you want to get really fancy, if you happen to have a bruise wheel lying around, you can add some color to the skin, make it look a little more irritated. Probably should have done that before I put the blood on. And there you go. Pretty simple, huh? The fun thing about scar wax, you can just experiment with it. If you wanted to do a gunshot wound, the process is similar. You're gonna want to get like a ball of wax, fan it out, and then just like kind of stick like a pin in there or something and leave room for a hole or whatever. So, you know, just mess around with it. Discover what works. This isn't the best work I've done. It's still kind of sticking up a little too high for my taste, but you get the general idea. So, I'm gonna have a special video for you guys on Halloween. I might upload something before then, but I make no promises. So, if I don't see you before then, have a happy Halloween, stay safe, have fun!